Hey, it's Andre, and it's time for another Friday Flying Update. Deja vu?
No frickin' way!
No kidding, eh? A year ago, I was just getting my other Spitfire, which, you know, we can see the wing sitting down here, and the body is over there, just getting the fuselage and everything all squared away, and this guy is almost ready to go. It looks gorgeous. I really prefer the clear with the single color accent design. It really stands out and just makes this aircraft look sharp. I'm running a bigger power pack this time versus the smaller 1000 kV. This is a motor that I snagged off one of my wings. I think it might be a 1200. It's got a really big can compared to the 2830 1000 kV thing I was running, the HK motor, or the Turnigy, sorry. This thing has got a little bit more beef looking to it. It's got a 40 amp ESC behind it, and will run 3S 2200s and should have plenty of nose weight. So all I have left to do now is install the aileron and the servos and line everything up and go. I did have a couple little print issues, but you can see how well I was tuning the printer. I mean, look at the left wing and the retract issues on the inside versus the right side. I was really cleaning it up, and I had a lift on one corner, and after that I just basically punched up the skirts to four thick, 4 tall, and a 2.5 mil around the surface, and that took care of all the issues. Happy with the yellow. It doesn't look too bad, and just punching along. Yes, I'm still working on the larger Spitfire, but I actually needed to stop and finish this one because I wanted to actually have a project that I go, yeah, check, you know, and this one probably won't fly this weekend, but we'll be ready for next weekend or maybe Sunday, who knows. But tomorrow's focus is all the other elements on the bench. Let's get right to that one. First and foremost, I love that shelf setup, is from RC Moment, the Talon. Finally gonna get this thing in the air, the little nano Talon. We're gonna get flying. And you can see I've got my FPV rig. Not sure if I'll fly FPV, but you know, it's there and ready to go. All I need to do is dump in a fresh receiver because I popped out the other receiver for another project. So I'll just throw in a quick 6-channel and we'll be ready to go. And I'm looking forward to it. Give it a good toss, play with the modes, and just see how it goes. I mean, I'm behind on all my reviews, and the weather is just, it hasn't been me, I can tell you that. I mean, I've literally flown once in 2018, and it was just a quick flying, you know, because the weather was not cooperating at all. So I'm just really, really excited to get some of these things done. So thank you to RC Moment for being very patient with me, and actually thank you to all the other reviews for being patient about the weather. It really has been an odd start to the year. So we'll get out with this guy. We'll put a 3S 2200. I might try some of my 3S 1300s in it just for variance. I'm charging all my cameras as we speak. And of course, everybody's waiting to see how these things go. So I was doing some testing the other day with the Epson Movio. It's Friday. I'm not allowed to have a couple hiccups here and there. And notice with the controller, I was getting a little bit of lag. Talked to the developer who pinged me on Twitter, and so that's really awesome to have the product specialist at my availability. And basically, you described my situations, and he was like, "Oh yeah, just update the firmware on the gizmo, on the control box." And so that's what I will do later on this evening once I'm done recording the update. All the Phantom batteries are actually on the charger getting charged up. I've got the remote charging, and I will go and grab my iPad, and I'll go through and make sure she's up to date and everything, because the Phantom hasn't flown in a while. So I'm excited just to fly the Phantom in general and try the goggle experience. And of course, from Motion RC, this is the Tech 1 ME163. I've flown this once, had fun, but skipped it off the deck and broke the 5x5. So I'm going to replace that prop and just make sure everything is ready to go again. Maybe slap some color on the bottom or something. Because boy, when this thing hauls, it's it's a little bit of a little bit of a handful to keep your orientation and your tracking on it, because it's a rocket ship. So yes, they've just released from Freewing a EDF, the P15 if I'm correct, which looks pretty cool, which is like, you know, the cousin of this thing. So I'm gonna get out and have some fun flying this, obviously. So batteries are charging, cameras are charging, pieces are getting ready to go. Andre is going to go flying, which is a good thing for the world. Am I right? Podcast this weekend. Don't forget, North America is doing their time, daylight saving time. So we're going to be popping back an hour, or an hour ahead, I should say, spring forward. So, you know, 8 o'clock will actually be 9 o'clock, which means our show, Chris and I Mike should be all a little blurry-eyed and ready to go, but we will be having a special guest on the show talking about a couple of new things in the industry. Of course, Durafly released the revision on the Spitfire Mark 24 with a new power plant. Looks great. And Horizon put out an E-flite, a couple things for Horizon actually. The E-flite put out a brand new high wing, really nice scale details, clear cockpit, red, looks gorgeous. Probably what the timber should have been. And then they re-released the blade, the wing. It looks fantastic in black now. So really interesting couple of developments. So this season is starting to really shape up. So there you go. I'm Andre. It's Friday. Everybody should be flying. Thanks for watching.
That was a little lazy of a takeoff. I wonder if that ESC got a little... might have got a little bit of snow or a little dampness in there. One more pass and then I'm gonna bring her in. That's enough of that plane until I do some work. But, yay!